deadlines, searching for more. Outreach stuck like a closed up door, but now we got a tool that's breaking free. No limit emails, it's the key. No more paywalls for your streams, no more fear. Just click to go live, press to send, and the world appears. We're scaling up fast, no limits in our lives. Outreach freedom is taking flight. Let's start a revolution, break down the walls. No cost, no limit, we're connected all. From inbox to inbox, from screen to screen, across the web. No limit email is how we do it. Scale it up, spread it out to everywhere. The future's clear with no limit emails. We do it all together. From local names to a global plan, emails reaching every business and brand. It's time to break free. No chains, no limit emails, the way it should be. Let's start a revolution, break down the walls. No cost, no limit, we're connected all. From inbox to inbox, from screen to screen, across the web. No limit emails is how we do it. Scale it up, spread it out to everywhere. The future's clear with no limit emails. We do it all together. From local names to a global plan, emails reaching every business and brand. It's time to break free. No chains, no limit emails, the way it should be. Let's start a revolution, break down the walls. No cost, no limit, we're connected all. From inbox to inbox, across the web. No limit emails is our pre-made amplifier. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No limit emails, it's yours to keep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With no limit emails, we do it all together, day and night.
All right. I don't know. I'm having a little bit issues with OBS. It's flickering. I hope stream is all right. But let me actually check, guys. I'll have to switch some of the tabs off. Maybe even this thumbnail. Just a second. Hopefully we will stabilize. YouTube. Signal strength is good, guys, but I'm having a little bit hard time to actually feed to YouTube. But anyhow, if stream breaks in here, we have a room ready in the other side for No Limit Saturday show after live type of room, and anyone can join us. And of course, we will be hanging on that room. I mean, in that room for a while afterwards. So let me check this. I personally see flicker in my screen, guys. I don't know, maybe it's just maybe in my end. And let me just see what it says. Stream health says it's good. Stream, okay. I have to see if after. So anyhow. Hopefully it stays on. My end has a slow flick, right? Okay, my end is the same. So what I'm going to do, I have to unfortunately eliminate the stream and come back. I need change a couple of things to stop that. Unfortunately, I can't do it when OBS is kinda live. On the setting doesn't allow me change and doesn't refresh afterwards. Video output. Right, 1 second. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow me to do it. Okay, I do apologize. I'll be back just a second, gentlemen. I'll be right back. 2 sec. But the room is open, so if you're hanging in the room, I can make you mod over there. Yes, it's flickering, and also it's quite bad on my end. I don't know why. It says stream health is good, and then we have this back feed. Alright, anyway, let's solve this. I'll be right back, guys. I unfortunately have to end the stop streaming. Alright. Did we reconnect? Did we reconnect? You're right. You in the room? I'll be in there sec, dog. I think I'm already there. Which room did you go in? Uh, no limit Saturdays? Oh, in the other room. Okay, if you're not, I think reconnected. So you guys have to refresh. We are streaming back. All right. Still flickering, but I don't know what's happening, guys. Unfortunately, kind of screenshot type of things going on. But I know it's an OBS, so we will see, guys. Anyways, um, definitely some technical issues. Uh, it didn't solve my issue. So one moment, I'm gonna restart again. Stop streaming. Okay, maybe we are back on YouTube. Yes, we connected to YouTube. All right. Now okay, I think. Can you hear me on the other room, Doug?
I can hear you in the No Limit Saturdays.
Right. On YouTube, if you refresh it, see if we are on or not. And I'm also going to close my camera here to just save a little bit of bandwidth.
Yes,
So I have a couple of issues. One is internet a little bit slow. So that
it's
is,
stable.
yes, says stable now, right? Not
Yes,
flickering.
it's stable now, not flickering.
Alright, we fixed it. I'm glad that I fixed it without ending this stream on YouTube. Seems working now. Okay. Yes, has a little bit delay buffer now and then is okay, I think. We are actually in the room that I pinned on the chat. Tom, if you want to join over there, let me also make a dog moderator over the other side. Moderator, okay. In case I drop off, Doug. So you can
I am the moderator.
right. I hope this stream will be interesting. As usual, a little bit late, guys, kicking off because of technical issues. But anyhow, we are here now. And good evening, happy Saturday to all of you. And as usual, this is Evan from Normal Emails team. I think everybody who's watching live or replay, please, if you are new to our channel and if you find some value in the videos, in the conversation that we are having in our channel, please give us a thumb up. And if you really love it, share it with someone and come join us in the conversation as we are making sure that if you are just watching YouTube, you can visit us in the live room and guest with us, ask us questions, interact with us live, and tell us where you are joining us and what you do. Of course, on the other room, we can have a little bit longer conversation as YouTube, obviously, we only stream for about short streams, like half an hour, sometimes a little longer. But that being said, do not feel shy. Join on that room if you are interested on the topic what we are talking about. Alright, so let me also get rid of some of this imagery, guys, so they're just taking my bandwidth, hopefully help me to settle. This is caught in a loop.
The YouTube feed is caught in a loop.
Caught in a loop, so I have to refresh. 1 second.
I think so.
I don't know if I refresh it on studio and it's going to do anything. No, reloaded me. So we'll see. I know it's a little bit unstable. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video, maintains smooth streaming, which is weird. I know there's not a video there. Okay, that could be actually some settings. I don't know what I have to change on the OBS. I have to still look again as they keep updating stuff every time I sort it and keep disappears. Yeah, we definitely dropping on YouTube. So hopefully we'll stay on with it. We'll catch up. Let me just check see anything else running on my end that is not helping. So next stream, we're going to be making a room and test directly from me to YouTube, see if we don't have this issue. And we'll see that. I will definitely test it. Definitely we have an issue. I know we are also having internet issues like countrywide at the moment, so that could be something related to it. So it says open widget. Alright, so YouTube is not receiving enough. Please configure the primary backup stream correctly. Already done. this time we'll be able to get in. If it's not, unfortunately, stream will have to continue on the private room. So let's see if this actually happens. See if we are live again in the other place. I know at least 10 seconds delay on this thing. I don't know why. I do not have actually any delays whatsoever. Settings all on the 0. So let's see if it reconnect us onto YouTube. Do I need to refresh YouTube? Alright, reconnected back off into YouTube. It says excellent right now, so I don't know why. It was not excellent a few minutes ago. So, and it's dropping that error again, guys. I think it's just really nationwide we have an internet issue. So, I do apologize for that. Hopefully, this stream will conclude, but just a minute, guys, and I want to see anything that else that is in my end. So, we'll see. I'm just going to wait for it to see if it settles, guys. If it's not, I know you don't have a bad experience of other things.
I think if you keep going, Evan, that it will sooner or later catch up to itself because it seems to be running fast and nothing that runs fast and nothing. So the stream itself for the recording may be fine.
Yeah, I mean, right now I can share my screen now. See if you're YouTube, you probably see a little bit delayed. But I actually have no delays. I don't have frame drops. It says like connection's good. But YouTube itself is giving me the other error. So this is the YouTube error I get. You see. So that's basically what's going on. You should be.
Are you sharing your screen in here?
Oh, yeah, I can share my screen in here.
No, it's okay. It doesn't matter because I can see you.
Oh, you can see me on YouTube, right?
I'm
So YouTube
YouTube.
live, but that's definitely quite a lot delay. I mean, right now I'm still seeing it myself on the YouTube. Is the same screen what I'm seeing.
I see your screen. Yeah.
Yes, keep buffering.
Yes.
I will recheck to see what is really going on. Anyhow,
You can go ahead and give the rest of your presentation.
right.
The replay will be fine, but we won't be able to. I'll just listen to you in the room.
Thank you for that. Once more, let's get restarted. Okay, so happy Sunday evening. As usual, this is Evan. I thank you once more for watching live or replay. Once more, I apologize for the technical issues, guys. As you know, it's not really my hand. And welcome everyone who's new to our channel. Please let us know what your thoughts are. And if you are new, that you just joined all the emails, and only one thing that you need to do in your end, provide us the domain you want to use, and add your domain to the Cloudflare, send us your Cloudflare login details. And you can do this two ways. One, you send us your login details with email registered and verified with them. And two, you can do it just sending your Cloudflare API to us and telling us which domain you want to utilize. And that's it. After that, we will build the system and send you your login details. Once more, when you join all the emails, please check your email a few minutes later, and you will receive a welcome email from us. And also, you will within that welcome email, you will receive a guide how to do exactly what I just said. So there is 1 or 2 emails we will be sending you in this period, and as well as if you are already kind of, let's say somebody invited you and you know somebody that is already enrolled in emails, and you can also ask them to basically invite you to the closed groups, closed chats, closed live rooms, so easily you can connect with us and get update about your own system, well as the rest of the members. You can interact and know a little bit more about the system and what you get, how you can utilize all that good stuff waiting inside for you. And I'm excited that you made a good decision, join us, and we really do not take for granted you putting your trust in us, and we do understand, guys. Your email list is your red table, and we promise you we will protect it like our own. And that's being said, welcome to the family, and we look forward and excited to be working with you guys. And the other thank you I like to say, and our own appreciation, guys, some of you sometimes do wait quite a little bit of time for your systems, guys. We're only a small team of people, and sometimes really the biggest delaying part is not about us not able to build the system, it's about the system when we run the test, it fails. Majority of the tests that we already put in place, and that delays literally releasing the system to you. And every system that we release have to really pass the standards that we already have set. We know what works, what doesn't, and therefore, if your system is obviously failing certain tests, it just requires us basically to run more tests, and the majority of the test fails. So it's not about maybe you're not your domain, it's just other networks that when we try to run the test refuses a handshake or close the gate, or you're not able to kind of basically have a handshake with, because you have really extensive kind of setup. Everything is live, so everything can be tracked back and forth, and therefore if some part really doesn't kind of pass our standards of what we already have and no works, and it just delays. That's one part. The other part that delays this, guys, that's why we keep kind of reminding, literally between us and you adding your domain to the Cloudflare. The quickest you can do that and give us access to it, the quickest that we can put your domain on our basically work and release list when obviously your system is kind of being prepared and all that, and we update you in this period, and of course you do end up getting exactly what we are showing and using and sharing with all of you. So you can see my OBS is now set a little bit. Let me just drag that this way, and hopefully you can see. So back on our topic of really creating extensive outreach within the really small budget, well as within our own power and within really like in our region, everybody can do this less than a couple $100. So we will get into that topic because on the other room I actually have a dog that is in the live room, but we can have basically like feedback feed to the YouTube, and I will basically ask Doug kindly to answer that question for you, so you can understand how really easy it is that if you have the right people, right tool, that you can do. And so when it comes to outreach scaling up, I don't think right now there is anybody exists in the world done much as a dog when it comes to the outreach. The last few months alone with my own and witnessing stuff what's happened, so he knows as a user point of view how really the system make impossible tasks simply possible. And that being said, as you can see also on my screen, so also my own examples, you can see previous videos, and you can also see right now on my screen. So when it comes to the really scaling up with just single kind of entity setup without really setting up tons of inboxes, emails, and all that kind of stuff, I am currently very close to my 500 lists. So I have been uploading, there's 500 lists, guys. The last 500 days I've been uploading pretty regular. As if I scroll here, you can see really my timestamps of uploads and all that kind of good stuff in here that we can track. So when it comes to the numbers, scalability is all about numbers, and we have quite pretty interesting numbers here within the system here. As you can see, I'm slowly crawling up towards 6 million target in this month, which is, I think I plan to do, guys. I have still 3 weeks to do. I think I will. And so 6 million people, one single domain, and cost of it is less than $100. Basically, this is kind of what I personally been doing, experimenting, not just now or today, but last few years, non-stop, guys. And to also prove to you guys, you can also check kind of my own record on the specific channel, last 100 days plus, that I have not failed to show you this cold email stuff and email in general. And I like to invite you in. If you finding us in the internet, please come and ask us any question that's related to the email space as overall, and as well as obviously if you have some experience in this field, come and have a try, see if obviously better than what you experienced or not. But because you guys are lucky, we already have a normal email family member here, Doug. I will let him to tell you really what's happened when you have a systems activated after a while. Doug, can you hear me in the other place?
I can hear you.
All
Can you hear
right,
me?
I can hear you. Hopefully on YouTube, if the Tom's still, anyone of you there, hopefully that they can also hear us. I'm just going to also drag you on the screen so people don't think we are just like talking to robots. All right, there you go. So
There I am.
So we are in this room. Obviously, anybody can join us in here on the conversation.
Yeah,
First
just
of
let me
all,
mute.
Doug, thank you so much once more for joining in. And well, as Tom, I personally appreciate you both. And I want you to ask you and really a very deep, personal and friend question, like
Go ahead.
friend to friend. So, as a friend to friend questions, what has been your experience with me as a friend, sir?
Oh, this is totally unlike any business relationship I've ever had. Since about 3.5 or 4 years ago, when we first started to talk, and you were working on bringing no limit emails online, we've met almost every day for at least an hour, and we talked business, we've talked family. It's been more like talking to a brother than a business partner. And today it still carries on that way. The only difference now is we have 4 or 5 others, brothers and sisters, that we've added to our daily conversations. And you have shown up every day, unless you had a wildfire there near your house or the internet was down. You've been on every day, and we've discussed how to keep going forward. You gave me the privilege of having an email system that was capable of sending over 1 million emails in one day, which was it actually brought chills to me when I pressed the send button that day. You built me a business from 0 to over 1 million emails in 30 days, and then I did it again and again. But with you, it's like having family. We have a family meeting every day. 5 o'clock, you go on YouTube and do a short video and send emails, and then afterwards we meet in a private room, uninterrupted, and discuss our days and our lives. So it's basically a family affair.
I appreciate you. I think it's like myself. Without obviously you guys, and especially you last few years supporting me that much, and I personally appreciate you. I definitely look to all of you as like my family for sure. There's no doubt about that. And the one other thing I wanted to kind of ask you, what happened really like previously what we were doing in the internet, and since like we end up deciding to do this together, like as you know, you have been there almost from really the point of idea, conception of idea, to what we got, and what is actually happened in this period, comparison of what's going on before, so to speak.
Oh, that's easy. I have completely stopped buying shiny objects and things that don't work in the internet marketing space. I no longer look to other creators for help with my business. My business just revolves around email and my email systems.
And did we actually enable you some kind of, let's say,
Oh.
a long arm reach in a way?
Yes, I have sent emails to almost every country in the world,
Nice.
and I had spent money previously, and I now make money.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's why I don't spend money on useless things anymore. I make money with no limit emails.
I love it. I mean, like, that's the whole idea, right? Obviously, the kind of tie into tonight's topic, one thing that a lot of people also just genuinely, I think this is a genuine ask question, how much does it really cost to kind of run the system when it comes to comparisons on what's out there and what we're able to do? It's just, I wanted to really ask you, what's the difference, the cost of running no limit emails versus anything else you experience?
No limit emails doesn't cost me any money anymore because of the affiliate program and my friends that I brought in, and even if they were friends before they came in, they're now friends, and we all work together and we make money together, which is well, yeah, that doesn't happen in the internet marketing space.
So
really
maybe,
anywhere else.
as you know, sorry to cut you out, like, because of thumbnail, maybe you look, okay, maybe this guy just pushed this thumbnail up there for clickbaiting or something. So you guys here, actually, we are talking that 2 major elements in that specific thumbnail, how really have a system that really doesn't cost you anything, but instead becomes a real asset for you, real tangible digital asset. And what did we do in that period for you, sir? Did we make any your domain be more valuable?
Oh, yes. Well, having domains that are capable of generating revenue and bringing in email leads in the millions have made $10 domain worth. I can't put a price on it. It's priceless because yeah, I can't put a price on it because it's not priceless.
That absolutely is the kind of key part of the energizing stuff that really pushes us to do this stuff. Really work tirelessly and work honestly and help. So I wanted to ask you another really important question. I think it ties into the kind of topic. Since you started No Limit Email, sir, have you ever reported that your system is broken?
My system has never failed. The only time I haven't been able to send emails was when the internet was basically everywhere was under attack, and Cloudflare shut down their front end, and so we weren't able to upload things to our systems. But if I had had automation in the back end, the automation would have continued to run, even though the front end was shut down. So no, it's never been broken.
And you also kind of like experienced yourself, like, as you know, I personally believe business should not fall asleep. So like within the marketing and obviously communication kind of area of the business and personal, are really, I mean, we kind of like, as you all know, really, we're all live and everything happens that you, like, as a member already instantly also know. Our downtime over periods of like, especially like, let's say 12 months, it's never reached, like, we've never been down for a 24-hour period.
No, the longest was that 14-hour delay when Cloudflare had shut down their front end because of attacks. But I also know that during that period, you saw that was a good time to upsize everybody's servers. So you spent the downtime, you and your partners spent that downtime moving all our stuff to bigger servers. So that really wasn't downtime at all.
Yeah, we definitely like do kind of take advantage of this kind of timings, what happens, because we do have obviously kind of roadmap on a basically improving the system, and that ties us another kind of really good question I'd like to ask you, because you kind of witnessed it from like every time till now. What do you think amount of stuff that we actually improved on? Comparison, the other tools that have to help some of
Oh, at the beginning, with my first system, we were doing validations online, and it was a horror show. I had my system tied up doing validation of emails, and so I decided that since it was going to run, it felt like forever. I actually went to bed with the validator running, and I got up in the morning and it had run all night, so it had run the hours that I was awake, and then all night while I was asleep. And when I got up in the morning, it had frozen and crashed, and so I didn't get my validations done at all at that time. So I started doing them in tiny pieces, which took forever, doing them over and over and over and over. And then you put a validator in the back end of those emails. So now when I upload my emails, I just make a segment and upload, and they're validated while they're being done. Now I deal in email leads, so I load up a batch of emails and get them validated, and then I download the validated ones, so I can get perfectly clean lists back out of my limited email system. So that, and it happens just in the background as I'm loading them up. Also, you've set up so that when I send an email out, the email leads are validated at the same time, as well as the inboxes. So you put inbox testing on the back end, you put validation on the back end, you put blacklist checking on the back end. So all these things that I used to have to do manually, I no longer have to do. It's all done for me while the system's running.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, we want to really make sure that obviously I was exactly the same thing as you when it comes to validation. And we did kind of look at this. As you know, we already had validation was installed. But at the time, the previous validation that we had with validate emails, not the time we upload, but with the time that you send. But we made it also really kind of possible to do it really the time of uploading, and as well as obviously time of sending, which is the most important part of that validation part. So it's instant validation either way. So if it's not validated, obviously, when we send that email, as you know, the amount of data that our stuff is kind of like processing is important to kind of not only like, as I myself experienced, almost I have 500 lists, so to speak. So from 500 lists, imagine I have 5,000, 10,000 lists. But over a period of time, lots of it's going to kind of obviously decay, and obviously people do pass away, and things changes, companies take over, and all that kind of stuff. So it really requires instant on time every time when you're sending validation. And the other tools really don't provide us that. Like, that's why we have to do it, obviously build it the way that we really want it to work and make also time saving. So one of really like our main goal was to really save time and make it faster and more accurate than what was we are experiencing. And I think obviously not just validation part alone is kind of really is one of the key elements of it, but really there's a lot more to it than just validating email, so to speak, because email is, as we know, really is the bloodline of the internet, and we really care about emails. And also our own emailing, as you know, we use it for our own emailing, and that's been kind of really learning book for me. Like every time I'm emailing, I'm learning something new, so to speak. And be it some of the values, be it some of the kind of issues that can occur, be it some of the basically different networks or different kinds of subject lines, that kind of stuff. Really, email intelligence-wise, I think like really we have really, really decent systems that, to be honest, could give a good run to any good run for large sums of emails, right?
Right. Well, we tracked a lot of the other email providers, and while they're when they quote their price, say per million emails a month, they will only do 5,000 email validations with those million emails. So if you want all your million emails validated, you have to pay more.
So I'd like to ask you one really interesting question.
Go ahead.
Since we know each other for a while, a long time, and have you ever imagined that one day you're going to be in a position to press the send button that actually works?
No, and I'm also in a 6 months' time or a year's time, I know the system is going to be there, because unless something very drastic happens, you'll be there. Where I have bought supposed email systems before, and within a few months, 6 months, the person who did it isn't even around, let alone the system itself, and they never worked anyway. They always required more. If you bought their system, you had to add Amazon SMTP service on the back end or something else on the back end, because they didn't supply you with the whole thing. Where with emails, we get everything. Plus, we get a free Zoom-like streaming system so that we can meet. Well, we're meeting right now in a room that we just made today. Now, I assume that we'll be in the same room next Saturday, but we just made this room today, and we're talking in this room, and we're live, and we're also streaming out to YouTube. So
You choose the problematic, but the room is pretty solid.
the room is solid. We'll see what comes. We'll have to take a look in YouTube afterwards
Sure.
and see how it's worked, if it's managed to catch up, because it was buffering continuously. It's buffer and then run really fast, and buffer and run really fast. I'm hoping that maybe when this is done and our people watching will get a nice steady stream. Although they didn't come here to hear me, they came here to hear you.
Well, no, really. Obviously, like I think like hearing me or hearing you, which is kind of having personal experience with stuff, would not make much really different because I'm just user like yourself, as you know.
Yeah.
Side of creative, side of stuff. But generally, as a user, like we are in here, we are talking really as a user point of view, not like I'm the creator, that is not creative.
Actually, while you're talking about that, then you don't have the big the unlimited system like I do that you use for your case study.
No,
You're doing
you're
it. I do. You're using a system now for 4 years. Like it was one of the first ones that came on. You've been using a system. So tell me about the system. It's not the unlimited. It's like if you go over your limits, is it possible for you to reach your limits of incenting on your system?
Well, I'm on like just like a 97 box server, and that's it. Like, but yes, I have limits. When I'm reaching limits, normally I will get kind of notification, but really the actual domain doesn't get kind of closed or locked or something. By that, we haven't set up anything like that to do it. But I do get a warning, say, hey, your package is really well over limit, can you slow down? And get back into the kind of track next 24 hours, something like that, just really fun mess or something like that. But
Right.
generally, as you know yourself, even you can, you also have a small and larger systems.
I do.
So in neither systems, really, we don't kind of really stress the numbers that time because literally it's numbers at this point. If a server can handle it, why not? That's kind of the attitude we have. But really, I have not been I actually hit quite a few times my limits because I upload so many on previous years. So like, literally, if I kept all the contacts that I've been uploading, all the stuff that I kind of did in here, I need to release your server because there's just so much website examples that I kind of like pulling in. As you know, it's like whole site like bbc.com or CNN.com.
Right. Will you be doing that again in a future live? Will you be showing that particular use of an email to put a whole website in?
Sure. I think it was a few videos ago we did one. And also, obviously, the previous videos that we did in the Facebook group.
Yes, they're all still there.
So hopefully you guys can record them and download because we're definitely going to build our own kind of archive place for all the videos we're doing. Obviously, I didn't expect that I'm going to be doing 3,000 videos, but generally there's so many videos now we got. I think it deserves its own kind of place, and we will eventually move lots of good stuff in it. Like, but as you all know, really nothing that I personally been publishing ever been edited. Only thing that's been probably edited that's really kind of cropped to one video to use it for a short or something. But the original streams never been edited. They are still all in raw format. How it was, how it came, and how things evolved.
Right. But your system, you don't put the best leads in your own system for the case study.
No, this system is really what I am doing with it. Is just like generally like random person can do. But I'm also kind of using really the worst things that I could find, worst leads, worst emails, and all that. And I'm literally kind of test lab for everybody. So I'm also pushing, obviously, my kind of system, my IPs, the domain itself, with lots of really bad emails. And as you know, like so
I do know.
and stuff. But
Yes.
generally, like sometimes I even like get emails that, let's say, our spam filters kind of filtered, and then really kind of upload and test those. As you know, previously I kind of shared screen with you in like on the rooms and what was live, how we were like literally spam email testing, so we can improve the actual filters that we kind of created, and it's been really amazing so far. When we were uploading and stuff, we kind of got rid of basically one of the big majority of the hard bounce issues, which is like invalid emails, kind of weird emails, honeypot emails, all that kind of stuff. So we try to do our best and keep it in time and keep improving to prevent those. And so far for this specific IP and the domain has been running nearly 4 years almost, non-stop every day, upload every day, send code email that, and actually record it. And to whole point of this is I am the guy that really, let's say, is just a low budget guy and want to do an outreach without really spending that much money.
So how many times has Interpol or one of these come to you about being a scammer?
Obviously, all our emails are like tied back to me. Every email that I process through the systems, they can check basically always being tied back to me. So I didn't hide myself in any of those emails that I sent. So I really never had any reports or anything like that.
Right. So what would happen if you're doing this and you're pushing your system hard and putting in junk emails and all that? So what would happen if you broke your system? What would happen to my system?
Well, two things can happen. One, you don't lose your domain anyway. You still have the own domain. Just because you lose functionality of email working for it, right? You still can use that domain as normal. So we don't really use on that side of it, lose anything.
Right.
But on the functionality of email itself, could be you didn't lose the domain, but you actually lost IP, and that's easy. Also, you just replace that and you carry on.
Right.
But if you lose both IP and domain, which is really does happen, because normal, it can happen to anybody. It's not when, it definitely happens. So what we do is just change the domain and start again.
Right. Now,
You don't lose your data. Like previously, say you already uploaded, you had system, for example.
Right.
So we can directly import the data from one system to the other. You don't have to import your segments, your leads, or anything.
right. But my server doesn't slow down because your server slows down.
No, like every system is separate. Every server is separate. Like my system can grow. Your system doesn't have to be great.
Right.
Like,
That's the point I was making. Yeah, the point I was making that all of us would keep going because you're trying to break your system because it's part of the case study. If you push it harder than the average person would push.
But the thing is, also there will not be a fair business deal with us as creators than you, the user. It will not be fair deal if X user, if user system, B user is not using system get penalized.
Right.
So we want to prevent that. So that's why all our systems are separate. Everybody has their own space, so to speak.
Right. So every user is isolated from every other user.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what I do in Iceland has nothing to do with you, as you can see yourself. What you do in your system, I can't do anything. So the whole idea is having a network like this. Normally, you have the share hosting kind of places that you join in, and normally, let's say somebody like me will kind of use bad data and spam the world, and you're just legitimately company and legitimate business. You have kind of, let's say, client lists, and even your client list quality is really good and your reputation is really good. Just because that was bad acting in the system, you get penalized, and we know that happens a lot, and we don't want that to happen to anybody, including ourselves. So separate. So essentially, it's just have to be a mechanism that individually we are responsible for our own action, not other people, right?
Right. So our connection with each other is because we want to, not because we have to.
Yeah, absolutely, you don't have to, like, because literally everyone is, as you know, has their own login space, their own data sets, their own systems, their own servers, their own everything's like literally you own everything, you operate everything, but behind the scene, we are just the people that can maintain things and keep things up.
And keep it running, right?
Yeah, keep them running, and then basically, and also actually be there if something goes wrong or something bad happens. But generally, looking at the space that we are in, we are personally going to find anybody to do this for us, like what we do.
No, that's true. Yeah, I think probably one of the things that I need to look at because of the way I want to carry on my business is that I need to look at all of the other providers just to make a real good comparison of what they provide, how they provide it, what the ongoing costs are, and where there's going to be increased costs. Now, because with my system and all of the systems that you produce, once we're set on a cost, that's how much it costs us per month. If our volumes vary up and down. It doesn't matter. All our emails are validated when we load them up and when we send them. Where I've looked at 20 odd providers, and every one of them provides some validation. But if you want more email validation, then they all cost per lead. The price goes up per lead. So there's no comparison between a no-limit email system and any other system out there.
It's kind of a good segue to kind of like ask you this really important questions, especially when it comes to cost and fees. So you've been in no-limit emails almost from the beginning. Has your fees changed at all?
No, it's actually the perfect way for a business that's doing emails as part of their business model. It's a perfect way to get your costs fixed per month, because in 3.5 years, whenever I got my first system, if the price is still the same, I still pay the same for that system as I did when I got it. I had no increase in fees at all.
That's the key. I think, like that being said, now I think we answered with true experience of our own kind of members to the really scaling outreach, having sustainability with fees that really occurs, and also having an option that really you can reverse that fees, like whatever cost is, with obviously the affiliate part, revenue share part of it. So the whole system, and we're just glad that your experience in having a system doesn't cost you really anything, essentially.
Right, because it's fixed. It's like that's just the cost of doing business, and it's fixed. Now, do I spend money on leads? Yes, because I'm old. I don't want to spend my time scraping leads off the internet. That's just not in my business model. So I buy leads, and then I put them through the system, my systems, to verify them that they're good leads. And what you can do if you have one of these systems, of course, is even ask a supplier of leads for a sample of leads. And once you put them through the system, if they're half bad, it's a 50% lousy emails. You put them through your no-limit email system, and it will tell you that they are half bad. So it also helps you find good suppliers of leads that way. It keeps your suppliers honest as well. So the system can actually help look after your business.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the whole idea is, as you say, literally advertising. Either way you look at it, is you pay for leads.
One way or the other, either in time or money.
Yeah, either in time or money, but really generally advertising try to get more attention, more people can know what you do, and just generally you buy. And it costs a lot. And then really on emails again, we know like ourselves research this stuff, and we look for this thing all the time. And it's also like depending on what you could go on company, they can sell you X amount for this much, X amount for that much. And of course, there's plenty of it anyone could get. If you're just using LinkedIn, for example, you have almost 1 billion LinkedIn users. So there's no lack of leads. For us who has no email systems to be in competition with each other as for leads, which is really, it's not like we are not in any sense in a competition with like...
We're not in competition at all. As a matter of fact, when we have questions about emailing, internet marketing just in general, we have so much expertise in the no-limit email family that we share what we know, so that nobody gets left behind. We share PDFs. We share the things that we produced. We show each other how we've done things. I have an Excel spreadsheet that I share that actually, to make it faster to check a batch of email leads, all you have to load up to your system is the emails themselves. And then when you download them from the system, you put them through the spreadsheet, and it puts them back together with the rest of the data. So you check the email, and then it puts the names and the company and website and everything back in. And so you don't have to spend the time to try and put it through and download it, because your download can be huge if you keep a lot of data in a CSV file. But the CSV file only needs the email. And I shared it yesterday with one of the friends here. So
tell us a little bit, originally, kind of your experience of doing like the 30-day challenge thing.
Oh, that's the most fun, especially if you've been around the internet marketing for a while. It's a challenge that's really not a challenge, because we take care of getting the leads into your brand new system. But we take a brand new cold system, and we start with one email sent on the first day, and 30 days later, send over 1 million in 1 day. And again, we end up pushing the send button 3 times to send a batch of emails through a no-limit email system. Once you've made the segment, built the email, and now you're going to send the email out to a segment, it's a 3-button push. You push send to set it in motion. You press send basically to give you a chance to check if that's the number of leads that you want to send to. It tells you what it's going to send. When you hit send one more time, it begins the process. And on the 30-day challenge, on the last day, it takes exactly the same amount of time to send over 1 million emails, for personal time that is, to send 1 million emails as it did to send 1 email on the very first day. And it is really a rush to know that you're sending all around the world. It's usually a global send, because our lists contain leads from all around the world.
So it's like really 30-day challenge things that we did and experienced kind of is fitting for this specific topic in the stream, right? Because
outreach, that's right.
Outreach and scaling outreach without really costing us that much.
That's right.
And also actually achieve something a little bit kind of out of the norm. As you know, normally lots of these email systems that anybody who's out there kind of building or providing, you get in, it requires so much really technical knowledge and user point to even get going. Be it warm up, be it like uploading leads, be it setting up the emails. We knew that if the system has the ability, literally, you can just copy the source code from one place and paste it, you have the real thing on the other side.
That's right.
That would be easier to really create really good, full-on dynamic content email to send. So also the 30 days showed us as an living example, a really scientific kind of way, you could call it really scientific, modern scientific method of scaling email, right?
Right.
So we did it not just one person, we did it as a group. All of it starts from clean slate to the end of the 30 days. System ended up actually sending more than 1 million emails, if you count the rest of the 30 days altogether. So becomes a couple million emails sent with one single domain setup from blank slate. So if people really still has a doubt that they cannot scale, they have to come watch some of the videos on our channel.
Right. The other thing is, since there are still us challengers that are involved, we can offer a really good system, the ultimate system, for half price if they want to take the challenge.
Well,
and we
got the power, not us guys.
and we offer all of us offer bonuses, so that by the time you're done, you'll end up with a system that has well over 2 million emails in it, well over 2 million leads in your system.
Well, in your opinion, do you think like this really, if let's say if that was a scientific kind of like people they want to do experiment with an email, I don't think they will be able to do what we done really. Like
not without a no-limit email system. It's just not possible to do it. because you have the whole system front to back. You have a user interface that's I believe it was sold for $2 billion back some years ago. It was open source, and the open source was purchased for about $2 billion, and then it was actually given back to the open source community because that community can, with the sheer numbers of programmers and users that are on it, it has to be better than a system that's private. And we have that on the front end. Now it happens to be your own what's the word I want?
Well, it's your own machine.
No, but it's the one that you modify because it had error.
It's just like WordPress. We can build our own thing on top.
Yes, so you did the development work on our user interface to stop some errors and things from happening because we weren't using that portion of the software anyway.
Right. I mean, really for us, we try to kind of like clean it up, take away stuff that are really not necessary, and put things in that are necessary.
Yeah.
And that's basically why we really love the open source stuff. We initially just thought, okay, if this is really nearly 250,000 people using it already, and it's one company prepared and they actually spend billions of dollars to buy it off, it's good enough for this company to invest $1 billion in a tool. If it's good enough for them, it should be good enough for us. So.
And then you made it better.
Yeah, we have to make it better. As you know, really the main sites, they're not saying is what it does. Obviously, we want to improve the tool anyway, just because the creators out there, they release it to the public for their own need. Maybe they are not kind of like doing what we want to do. Maybe they were just individual want to do email stuff. And when they were coding stuff, maybe they missed a lot of things, right? And we end up adding those things that they missed to improve the system, and as well as really, like you say, get rid of the bugs and daily tune stuff. Really for us, that's kind of almost minute updates goes on within the system. So far, we've been very stable with it, and we do have kind of a really interesting, stable version of it. Do we want to give this version with other people that our backend really know? I mean, we do give some of the error kind of correcting stuff to the community, but really our backend is just for us, for our needs, and to do exactly what we've done in 30 Days Challenge, to prove like really rest of the communication community of the world. There's an actually better way, cheaper way, more stable ways available to us, and it's up to them to really take opportunity, utilize this. We're not desperate for them to come to us.
No, but everybody's welcome. Like
absolutely.
Everybody, and they'd be welcome like family.
I mean, the whole idea was, can we really change somebody like yourself? Can we make actually improvement and change in the internet life, environment, the internet life of ourselves?
Well, you know what, Evan? This is probably the first system that I've ever seen that if you really wanted to have a 4-hour work week, you could do it. Mm-hmm. Because to upload, 1 million leads, to make 5 emails, and set up an automation to send those 5 emails, you could probably spend 4 hours on a Monday and then have it just send for the week, and then the next Monday work 4 more hours and do it again. So this is probably the only system I've ever seen that actually fits into the 4-hour work week if that's what you want to do.
And you can do it remote with any device.
I've done it from the cottage on my cell phone as a hotspot.
Yeah, we have Tom does it from his work garage.
Tom does it from the garage where he works, and he sent it's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million. Yeah, that's right. Well, Tom's probably working anyway, just listening. I'm at work right now. We can hear me. Yeah, we can hear you. We knew you were there listening to it.
Anyway, Tom, while you still can hear us, we want to ask you a kind of good friend question. What's happened since you started the challenges with 30 Day?
I've gone through the 30-day challenge a couple of times, and by the day 30, like Doug said, I was able to send out over 1 million emails with a couple clicks, and no problems, going right through. Great system. Can't ask for better support. You guys are there every day after your YouTube live video stream. You can ask any question you want. There's plenty of people there willing to help you out. I mean, it's fantastic. And for what little that you charge, I mean, I don't see how you do it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think like that's what's really one of our earlier kind of really plan. Doug noticed, like really, I just wanted to do the emails like how we talk live video or texting each other. That doesn't cost us that much. So I think people should take a notice. Amount of really cost that we save for us and each other when it comes to email processing, not costing us that huge deal of really burden, especially financial burden, but also can be rewarded back. I think having like somebody like you actually working and can do this stuff in mobile phone and be enabled is really with every price that we can reduce, every cent that we can reduce down the years. We are doing opposite everybody else, as you know. The whole idea is we have no price, so free. Just use it, and obviously email side of it cannot be all free, as you know, we'll get a lot of views, but generally having you guys have this experience in 30 Day Challenge, and not just actually run it once, because I know myself, if it was bad, I would not run it myself 2 times. So I run every challenge with you guys, and I think it's been absolutely insane, and it's just amazing.
I really appreciate everything you and Doug and everybody else would do for helping out with. I'm going to mute myself. It's going to be kind of loud. But...
All right, we are really done quite a long stream on YouTube.
Yeah,
where would you like the people find you guys?
With me, Doug.Halfpenny on Facebook is the quickest way to get to me. Just send me a friend request, and or look for me in your email.
All right, so where they can find you, Tom?
Well, I've been promoting some things. I don't know if you want me to say that during this, but
maybe you should not say, but where they can find Tom's videos.
Yeah.
Tom's videos on YouTube, guys. Check him out. If you don't subscribe, the spider will bite your face.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, both of you. And obviously, we're not closing the room down. We're just going to push the room into the other screen, and we will say goodbye to all of you on YouTube. And once more, I personally apologize for some technical issues on YouTube, but on the live room, we really didn't experience any technical issues. So if you had a little bit of a glitch on YouTube, you should have jumped on that room, which was pinned in the chat on YouTube. Anyways, watch the replay. Take care, and we will see each other once more tomorrow.